I don't like these videos to be negative. I try not to slam businesses. I try to point out positive things, but sometimes you just can't avoid it. You have to point out the obvious. There's really no excuse for some of that stuff. I just got off a really interesting call with a client of mine. We talk about every 2 weeks or so, and he told me that he's having a hard time setting goals for 2016 because there's a couple events that are pretty much out of his control. If you're struggling, and a lot of small businesses deal with this because you're a small business, a little change can have a big impact on your business. And if you have some of those changes coming up and you're not quite sure how things might pan out, setting up a goal, a 2-scenario goal where you're going to be able to maybe 60 days or 90 days into the year to know exactly which scenario played out and which goals you should be shooting for, that might help you out. I'm always impressed by people who don't make things sound easier than they are. I think when you're trying to win over somebody's business, or when you've just won somebody's business and they're asking you, can you do this, can you do that? There's a tendency for people to want to please the new customer or want to please the prospective customer. And you'll hear a lot of, oh yeah, that's no problem, that's no problem, that's no problem. And that always puts me on edge. It always impresses me when I hear those new vendors, new service providers say, well, we'll take a look at that, we'll do the best we can, but we're not going to make any promises. It really stands out when they're not so agreeable, when they're not so eager to please. And I respect that. I think that's good business. It's good relationship stuff. Don't make promises that you might not be able to keep. After that experience, it's not very hard to see why traditional retail is struggling. So let's talk about Best Buy. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to slam Best Buy, but this experience was just kind of over the top. Number one, there's somebody waiting just inside the door to greet you. I think they're kind of like maybe a security person to make sure you don't run out the door with anything. But when you ask them where a particular type of item is located and they have no clue like where things are in the store, maybe that's not the best person to have at the front. Half of everything that I looked at in the store was out of stock. I was in the store for about 20 minutes trying to find this stuff. Salespeople walking by me left and right, trying to get their attention, can't get their attention. It's obvious I don't know what I'm looking for. Salespeople totally disinterested, other things to do, other places to go. And they also didn't have very many people there, period. Most of the salespeople there were manning the cell phone counter or looked like they were stocking stuff. It was just weird. I don't know what the employees there are supposed to do. Total lack of customer engagement on any level except the person who checked me out. One interesting thing, the demographic there, the average age of the people shopping there had to be well over 50, maybe even over 60. Maybe that's the only people who are going to these brick and mortar electronics or consumer appliance stores anymore. And this one just killed me. I swiped my debit card at the checkout machine and I have like 6 or 7 different things I have to do. Decline an invitation to make a charitable contribution. I have to decline the warranty service, verify the amount, no to cash back, verify my address and email information for their loyalty program. I felt like I spent as much time at the stupid debit card terminal as I did in the store looking for my stuff. The overall customer experience was just frustrating. Man, it is tough to compete with Amazon. I don't know how you do it. Well, Apple's found a way to do it. Ace Hardware's found a way to do it. Best Buy has not figured it out yet. See you guys tomorrow.